do want to say that I am just, I wish that they had something like this when I got my first license. And I have been in daycare forever, probably like over 15 years. As young as I looked, I started, you know, in my aunt's daycare, my mom's daycare. So I've done homes, I've done centers, I've worked with Head Start, I've been over all of the Head Starts in Lake County. So I would really say that I know a little bit about DCFS. And I'm probably the actual only crazy person who actually reads the entire book. So I know things inside out. But like the lady said that a couple people before me, I also experienced David Washington, Sue Michelson, dealing with the fact that when I put in my application, just like a lot of these other people, I knew exactly what needed to happen. I put everything in there, and because I knew DCFS losing stuff, I made sure that I made copies of everything. Not to mention that they still said, oh, we don't have all of this. And not to mention that it took them 6 months to almost a year to contact me, even though I stalked them. And I'm not going to sit here and go on and on and on because I got stories for days. I got 2 daycares. I had a home. So I got plenty of stuff. Sue Michelson told my mother that starting this daycare center is like turning a square into the circle. And my mom not here because she had to be at the daycare, but she pretty much told her, well, you better cut off the sides and make this circle work. Because these people put so much money into their centers or into their homes, into their businesses, for DCFS to get them to run around, and that's not cool. They need to have something into place to where when people get set up, it's like, hey, we have your application, this is what needs to happen. Not wait 2 years down the line when these people are paying rent or paying a mortgage or whatever, then they're like, hey, you need to put in a fire system. Well, why didn't you tell me that 2 years ago when I first got started? And yeah, I had a whole thing that I wanted to say, but it's just, I just wish that we had something like this before. Because we spent 3 years trying to open something that I was prepared to open when I turned in my application. I did not turn in my application and then be like, wait, I gotta do my handbook, or wait, I gotta do my parent, teacher, whatever. I have a degree, and I had a degree when I started, and that was just the first daycare. So you think the second would be easier because DCFS themselves felt bad for me because of what we went through. And they thought it was horrible that we spent hundreds of thousands to open up a daycare that took so long that the people who owned it lost the building. So then there goes my daycare. And then I'm back into a home. So then we opened a second daycare, or tried to, and that shouldn't have took forever. Because by then I know all the reps because I worked with them at Head Start. That should have been an easy, okay, you got everything? No. And that's okay. So it's a fire marshal issue because sometimes when buildings change, you get a new building, things change, rules change. That's fine. We still abided by everything. So there was no reason why the second time I opened my center, there should have been a problem. Or another thing that not only me, but I know other people in here have experienced is that if you have a center and you have a home and there's a problem. But it shouldn't have been a problem in my case because my mother, who has plenty of degrees, getting her doctorate at that time, she had her own home separate daycare. I had a master's degree in early childhood, had my own center. So why is DCFS harassing her and telling her that you need to close down your home daycare when they're two totally different entities? My center was a corporation, her center was a home under her, and they told her, if we see you at that building, we shutting you down. They weren't even paying centers at the time. Centers don't have nobody to back them like homes. I'm glad that homes got somebody to back them, but they didn't have nobody. And told her that she needs to close her home. Who does that? Why? When we were two separate entities, because she's my mother, we better not see you over there. All I can say is that I hope that through this meeting, something happens, because this is ridiculous. This is why people go to the school districts. But our little people need somebody, because the school district takes the preschoolers, but they're not taking the babies. And somebody needs to be able to be with them, and if we want to be with them, why would you harass us? And I'm not saying nothing against nobody here, because I don't know most of you, but I'm saying it because I felt that I need to try to put something together in 5 minutes, because something else needs to happen. And there needs to be some accountability, and there needs to be a list. This is how long it takes to do this. This is how long it takes to do that. Or it needs to be accountability like the school board. The school board has a group. There needs to be a group to hold DCFS accountable. If DCFS is going to continue.
This is the last person is Ralph Peterson.
Hello, everybody. First of all, I would like to start off saying I'm Ralph Peterson. I'm a community activist and an investigator. And I'd like to thank the audience for being present, because this is what's required in order to eradicate unjust practices. And I think I hit the nail on the head when I say unjust practices.
Yeah.
We must expose it in order to get rid of it. Now, I've received many calls from providers, and I came to notice that they were all black and brown, and they all pretty much expressed the same complaints.
Yeah.
Now, here's what I came to learn. The providers were deemed qualified for years, meeting all requirements, only to be informed out of the sky blue, you must jump through some more additional hoops in order to meet requirements. Okay, then once the providers have fulfilled all the NEO requirements, the bar is once again moved or raised. Also, I noticed they all expressed great respect for a Mr. Stevenson. He was held in very high regard. He was looked upon as a professional and caring. I asked, is Mr. Stevenson here?
No.
He's not here? Okay. I was also told his employment with DCFS was at stake if he did not cut. He was informed this by his boss if he did not cut all communications with those he served. Now, that really caught my attention. 2019, you know, it took me back into Jim Crow or something. That really got me worked up. It also came to my attention that a Katie, none of them knew this Katie's last name, but that a Katie, okay, that a Katie was accepting gifts from providers, which I'm going to look into all this. I also have come to learn that services at DCFS has declined immensely since a Mrs. Bridget McKnight took over. Okay, now this is therefore I gather from speaking with all the people, all the providers. And I am going to do a full investigation, may I say again.
Thank you.
And lastly, I view this as a very fixable, unjust problem. And I'm hoping solution is in sight. And please allow me to express, if not, I have no problem involving the electronic press as we protest in front of DCFS. And my record shows, and the reason why I'm going to jump into this with both feet is because it's right in my face. I view racial overtones. I mean, it's blatant right in your face. Now, my solution is simple. Now, this is my solution. My solution is simple. We need new management. And that will probably be what we ask for if this problem isn't fixed. Now, just a mild investigation, I'm speaking in terms of phone calls and speaking with providers. I have come to learn that a Mr. George Vankelden, that's how I got it down, Vankelden, a Carol Morris, Mrs. Bridget McKnight, and what did you say her last name was? This Katie?
Katie Sitsko.
Okay. We will be in full force in front of your establishment demanding, if this is not fixed, that you all be removed. Because from what I gather, these individuals I just named are the problem. And it's no secret, I'm a no-nonsense man. And I will get it done. Thank you.
Thank you everyone from the audience. At this time now we will have the closing comments starting with Senator Terry Lane, Representative May
Thank you, Pastor. I just want to show a picture I just got. This little guy, he's in daycare. He's my grandson. And before anybody thinks it, says his last name is Hernandez. So, every child should be the same way.
That's right.
Every child should be happy where they're at.
Correct.
And Ralph and I don't usually agree on many things other than what day of the week it is. But today I want to tell you something that I've heard very clearly, the same that he heard. There's a big problem.
Yes, it is.
I come to the conclusion that every DCFS worker should be Robert. Because I want to commend the interim director and everybody that works